Good morning, students. Today's our unit 2.1 and poem name is Invictus. This poem is written by the William Ernest Henley. Henley. Uh, Invictus. What is means Invictus? What is meaning of the Invictus is unconquerables. Here first I will read this poem and then I will give explanation and hard words. Out of the night that cover me, black of pit from the pole to pole, I think whatever God may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud under the blood, under the bloodings of chance. My head is bloody but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tear looms but the horror of shade, and yet the nuns of the year find and shall find me unafraid. It matter not how straight the gate, how charged with the punishment the scroll. I am the master of fate. I am the captain of soul. This poem is written by William Ernest Henley. That means this Invictus poem is written by the William Ernest Henley. Introduction. In this poem, that means the poem, William Ernest Henley suffered by tuberculosis infection that resulted in the amputations of the leg below the knees, and this poem is a powerful poem, was written shortly after this accident. It is all about showing courage in the face of the death and of the will to survive with dignity in the face of survivor hardship. That means this poem is very powerful poem, and this poem is written shortly after this accident. It is all about the showing courage in the face of death and the will to survive with the dignity in face of the survivor hardship. In this poem, hard word. First, Invictus. Invictus means unconquerable. Next word is pit. P-I-T. Pit means a deep or large hole in the ground. That means he deep. Then next word is fell clutch of circumstance. Fell clutch of circumstance. You know meaning of the circumstance, but fell clutch. What is the meaning of fell clutch? Wicked trap. This next word is winced. Winked means to jerked with the pen. To jerked with the plate. Next word is bloodagings. Bloodagings means the violent beating with a club. That means violence beating with the club. Then next word is wrath. Wrath means to anger. Next word LOOMS. Looms means hang overweighed. Next word menace means threat. Threat. Then next last stanza, how stayed the gate. That means how difficult is the entry into the new worlds. And last word is the scroll. Scroll means a large roll of paper or permanent with the official writing on it. First stanza, I will read this stanza and then I will give you explanation of this stanza. Out of the night that cover me, black as a pit from the pole to pole, I think whatever God may be for my unconquerable soul. That means poets say that the hardship that surrounding him are the black as the center of the earth. That means at a night that cover me, black of pit from pole to pole. Pit means to deep. That means poets say that the hardship of surrounding him are black as the center of the earth. I think whatever God may be for my unconquerable soul. He thanks whatever God, because that may be there for his unconquerable soul. That means I think whatever God may be for my unconquerable soul. That means this poet or poet, he thanks to God because he give the unconquerable soul to him. You understand? That means poets say that in first stanza of a night, night means darkness or hardship, night that cover me black a pit from pole to pole. That means poets say that the hardship that surrounding him are black as the center of the earth, but he thankful to God because he gave us the unconquerable soul. Understand? Here given one question: what is the poet thankful for? What is the poet thankful for? His unconquerable soul. The next stanza: in the pale clutch of the circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud under the bloodiest of chance. My head is bloody but unbowed. Next stanza: pale clutch means to wicked trap. In the second stanza, in first two line, in the pale clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Next stanza, poet say, he say that, that means poet say that though he was a victim of the wicked circumstance, that means he victimed as the wicked circumstance, he has neither reacted with the pain nor created aloud. That means uh, he neither reacted with pain or not cried cried aloud. Next two lines: under the bloodiest of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. Next, though he was suffering under the violence of beating of fate, that means he suffering from the violence beating of the fates. Bloodiest means violence beating with the clubs or fates. His head is bloody but unbowed. That means the poet head is bloody, but his head is bloody but unbowed. That means second stanza poet say that though he was a victim of wicked circumstance, but he neither reacted with pain nor cried loudly or cried aloud. Then next, though he was suffering under the violence beating of fate, but he head is bloody but unbowed. Next, third stanza: beyond this place, wrath and tears looms, but horrors of shade, and at the menace of the year find and shall find the unafraid. You know, meaning of wrath means to anger. In first two line, beyond the place of wrath and tear looms, but horror of the shade. That means in this third stanza, poets say about beyond this world of anger and sadness in which we live, there exists the dark unknown. And the next two stanza: and at the menace of the year find the I shall find the unafraid. That means poets say that beyond this world anger and sadness in the which we live, there exists there dark unknown which may hold more hardship for the soul. At the say even the threat threat of what may happen later do not making him afraid. That means in this stanza poets say about the beyond the place of wrath and tear looms, but horror of the shades, and at menace of the year find and shall find the unafraid. That means this this stanza gave us the this world of anger and sadness in which we live, but there exists the dark unknown. And last stanza: it matter not how straight the gate, how charged the punishment to scroll. I am master of fate. I am a captain of soul. That means in the last stanza, it is matter not how straight the gate. How straight the gate means how difficult is the entry into the new world. That means it does not matter how narrow and difficult is to get to heaven is, or the how many punishment are written on the official roll of a paper, but I am the master of fate. I am the captain of soul. That means here given the how many punishments are written on the official roll of paper, the poet say that utter confidence that he is the master of his own fate and the captain of his soul. That means here the poet say that the utter of confidence that he is the master of his own fate and the captain of his soul. Here two lines indicate that I am the master of fate, I am the captain of soul. He has the sole authority of his own life. That means here last stanza poet say about the I am the master of my soul. I am master of fate. I am the captain of my soul. That means in this poet said with the utter confidence that he is a master of his own life. That means he is the master of his own life, own fate, and the captain of his soul. He is the sole authority his own life. Here given some questions. What is the what is the poet thankful? Because the poet thankful for the unconquerable souls. Next, which lines that the poet has suffering his hardship bravely. These lines as like I thankful whatever God may for my unconquerable souls. And then next line, in the fail of clutch circumstance I have the winced nor cried aloud, and under the bloodiest of chance my head is bloody but unbowed. This line indicates that the suffering for hardship of bravely. Next question, what is the meant by the place of wrath and the fear? This answer, the place of wrath and tear means the place of anger and sadness. The place of anger and sadness, that is the world where we live. The next question, here not fear, here word is a place of wrath and tear. What does the poet have full control over? Next question is, what does the poet have full control? The poet has full control over his fate and his soul and his life. That means the last two lines indicate I am the master of my fate and I am the captain of my soul. These two lines indicate the confidence, utter confidence that he is the master of his fate and he is captain of his soul. Here poem is finished. Thank you.